What, if anything, is the common element among the incredible artistic talent you've discovered and developed over the years?
You got to separate two different type artists. You got to separate the self-contained rock artists, those in the tradition of a Bruce Springsteen or a Patti Smith, from the great vocalists, the great performers. And when it comes to auditioning for Springsteen, I'll give you an example of what Anthony and I wrote about, where after I got Greetings from Asbury Park, I went on closed circuit television to read his lyrics, to say, look, don't lump him in with Dylan. Don't just say it was the kiss of death. I was through that with Eric Anderson, Tim Hardin, and artists with another Dylan. Well, no. First of all, Dylan is so unique and different. This was a new artist with different kind of imagery, different kind of lyrics, and I would read those because it wasn't that he was so prepossessing at that time as a live performer. And I'm going to add here parenthetically, America has given birth to two poet laureates in my lifetime. One is Bob Dylan, the other is Bruce Springsteen. And they are America's poet laureates, in my opinion. And what happened about Bruce, I tell an anecdote, we do in the book, of when I was trying to show how vital pop music was, because the critics always have said, oh, is rock dying? You know, Fillmore East closing, Fillmore West, is rock dying? And I'm saying, it's not dying. Look at this talent. So I took over this big theater in L.A., and I put on and matched Johnny Mathis with the Mahavishnu Orchestra, with Anthony Newman and Chamber Ensemble, with Springsteen, with New Riders of the Purple Sage. I mean, just showing the variety of contemporary talent. And Bruce came out and he was standing on this huge stage. But at the time, he had only played CBGB's or Max's Kansas City. So he was standing fairly stoically behind this mic. And I remember coming out of the audience. There was no audience. It was a blank call. It was rehearsal. And I went up. I said, Bruce, when you're on a stage the size of Radio City, you really should consider walking. And I walked them from one side of the stage to the other. Okay. Fast forward. 2 to 3 years later, bottom line, I get a call from John Landau. Bruce would love you to come to the bottom line to see him perform. By this point, I had founded Arista Records. But of course, the feeling is there. And I took Lou Reed. We go down to the bottom line. Couldn't believe our eyes. I mean, Bruce Springsteen was the most compelling, vital, jumping on every table, active, animated performer. I mean, I was dumbfounded. I mean, he was really a revelation. And I go up to him at the end of we go to a small little dressing room that the bottom line had. Let me pay my respects to Stanley Stadowski, who just died this week, one of the two owners of the bottom line. And I walk in the room, and Bruce looks up. He says, so, Clive, did I move around enough for you?